Good morning, everybody. I am your grateful neighborhood addict named Connor, and this is today's daily reflection. May 10th, free at last. Another great dividend we may expect from confiding our defects to another human being is humility, a word often misunderstood. It amounts to a clear recognition of what and who we really are, followed by a sincere attempt to become what we could be. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 58. I knew deep inside that if I were ever to be joyous, happy, and free, I had to share my past life with some other individual. The joy and relief I experienced after doing so were beyond description. Almost immediately after taking the fifth step, I felt free from the bondage of self and the bondage of alcohol. That freedom remains after 36 years, a day at a time. I found that God could do for me what I couldn't do for myself. Hi, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Um, I'm hoping that by reducing the video size from 4K down to 1080p that we can reduce some of the lag. I'm also using a different program to record, so hopefully that helps. Now on the reading, um, another great dividend we may expect from confiding our defects to another human being is humility. Yeah, of course. Being truly seen is it's terrifying, right? And admitting to, not only God and ourselves, but now another human being, all of the parts of ourselves that we hide and we don't want others to see. Um, yeah, because what happens is when you hide parts of yourself, um, it's actually kind of similar to pride and arrogance, right? Where it takes you off of center. If genuine and authentic is center, what is real, who you really are, what you really are like, is center. Any distortion of that, whether that's pride, whether it's arrogance, whether it's, hiding parts of yourself out of fear of being rejected or, disliked, um, it's, it's not true. And it's very hard to take steps in any direction, walking a path where you don't accurately know where you are. If you can't see your feet, you're going to trip. And if I were ever to be joyous, happy, and free, I had to share my past life with some other individual. Yeah, and that's being seen, and being truly seen is terrifying. That's why we hide parts of ourselves, and then, that we don't like, and I'm sure we don't like ourselves for hiding that either. And then it's just like this wound that festers. It's like this infected wound that never gets treated, and makes us miserable, makes us dislike ourselves. And that's a damn good reason that people use, because they don't like themselves. I mean, why does anybody use? It's to escape from reality, because reality sucks for one reason or another. Whether it's you're in pain, or you're trying to escape from who you are or the things that you do or have done. But for whatever reason, it seems to me that the hardest part of sobriety is sitting alone with yourself and your thoughts in your complete natural state. No distractions, no, you know, escape routes. And I think that the fifth step is brilliant in this way to alleviate some of that just baggage that makes us use. And the other thing is, when you tell people the things that you've done in your past that you're so ashamed of and that you've hidden for so long, or the parts of yourself that you just don't normally show to people, the most likely thing that's going to happen is you're going to have another human being, with empathy, and whom you trust, say, hey, that's not as bad as you think. They might even say, hey man, I've done worse, or, and you're likely going to hear as well and feel after it's over that it's going to be okay. And I imagine that feeling after sharing all of your deepest, darkest secrets, all the parts of yourself that you don't like. And instead of having somebody say, "Oh, yeah, well, I don't want anything to do with you anymore," it's okay. And it's like just starting to work out a muscle too. And the more that you do that, the more people you're able to be comfortable showing the real, genuine, authentic you to, the stronger that muscle is going to get. And there's nothing bad about being genuine and authentically yourself, regardless of what you think of yourself, regardless of if you like yourself or not. What else are you going to be? Because anything other than that is a distortion of reality. And I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty hard to live in, and would probably cause me to use, because it would suck and I would want to escape. Thank you so much for listening today and for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I am your grateful neighborhood addict named Connor, and I'm wishing you another day gratefully sober. Until tomorrow.